Hi friends, welcome to Technical PNR, and today in this class I will tell you how you can work in MS SQL or SQL Server. So I'm going to use a very lowest version of SQL Server, that is SQL Server 2005. Okay, so starting from the beginner levels, from the expert level, I will explain you what is SQL Server and how you will work on SQL Server database. I will explain you everything here with a practical knowledge in a very slow and simplest way, so it will be very much helpful to you to understand what is SQL Server. And in this class explicitly we will discuss how to create a database and how you can create the table inside the database. There will be two easiest way to create table inside the database. One is in a manual process and another one is by your SQL query. So without wasting time, let us start the video. So if you talk about database is nothing but a storage space, or you can say is a record keeping system in which we can store records in the form of text, contents, graphics, your images, videos, etc. Okay, but there will be a number of databases there. Okay, people can use SQL Server, people are using Oracle, people are using IBM, etc. Okay, so the developer or the software engineer peoples, they need to think and they need to be realized which database is very much comfortable for them to work on. They will decide and accordingly they can plan to work on the database. So as far as my knowledge is concerned, so SQL Server is very easy to use and very flexible to use also. Okay, so I'm going to start how to create the database and how to create tables inside it. So here you can see my desktop. Okay, so if you open your SQL Server 2005, you can able to see interface like this. Okay, so in the left side panel you can able to see, so there will be a number of folders. So you can have database, security, server objects, replication and management, etc. But we will not discuss about these all folders. We will just focus on our database folder. Okay, so here you can able to see database is there. I have expanded database folder, and here you can see there will be a number of folders in between. So that means, so these are the symbols or icons you can able to see. So these are the databases. So a number of databases I have created, and now I'm going to create a new database. So I'm going to right click on the database and I'm going to select and follow me the instruction so you can able to understand. So here you can create your database and you can put your name. So I'm giving here eSoft is my database name. Okay, now simply click on OK. See here the name of eSoft database has been created, and I'm expanding it. You can able to see so many other things are there, and again one more folder, that is table, also available. So I'm going to create the tables inside the table folder. Okay, so as I told you, there will be two easiest way to create table. One is manual process and another one is by query. So here you can see I'm expanding this drop down. You can able to see all the databases, whatever the databases I have created, you can able to see. And I'm going to work in the database I have created just now, that is eSoft. So I'm going to select the database now. So first I will tell you how to create table by manual process. So what to do is you just go to your database, go to table folder, and inside the table folder just right click and create your table. So the moment I will open this page, you can see the columns are there. So you know table is nothing but the collection of tables, columns and rows. So here I am going to give the column names. So serial number, I have given the first column name serial number, and serial number definitely coming with a number, so definitely it will be integer type. I will tell you what is data type also. Once you click on this data type drop down list, you can able to see a number of databases are there. So these are the data types. So based on your table content, you have to choose what type of data type is required for that. So as it is serial numbers, definitely the content will be in numbers. So I'm going to select integer for it. Okay, and accordingly I will proceed with different column names, and you have to tick or untick on the allow null checkbox. If you want to make this column vacant, you can tick mark on it, and if you don't want, then you can check mark on this. Now I am creating the other columns. So if it is it is country ID. Okay, so in the country ID, the data type can be a character, can be a numeric. Okay, so I'm giving here n varchar. Okay, so n varchar means it will be character, or it can be a alphanumeric character also. Okay, and in bracket you can give a number of, that means number is nothing but the weight or the value of the column. So I'm allowing 3 digit, so I'm giving here the character value is 3. Okay, so here my intention is in the serial number, the moment I will enter data into the table columns, so I don't want to insert values inside the serial number manually. So I will just enter data in my other columns, and automatically the serial number will keep on increasing. So for this I need to do some setting here. So I will go to identity specification, and I'll make it yes, and the identity increment will be 1. So make sure this has been done, then automatically your serial number will keep on increasing. Now I'm going to save the table here. Okay, so I'm going to give the name of the table. So to follow the instructions, you can start with the small tbl, that means tbl means for table, and you can give after that your table name. Okay, so I'm giving here my table name, that is country, tbl country. Okay, now I'm pressing OK. Now see, the table is created. So you can go to your database, that is eSoftTech, refresh it, and you can see the table is created. Now I will tell you how you can able to see your table is created. Okay, so to do this, just simply right click on the table. Okay, so you can able to see the table design. You can select the design. Okay, design option is also available. So you can able to see the table structure with. Okay, so click on design, and here you can able to see your table structure that we have created initially. Okay, and if you want to see the table how it looks like, simply you have to click on design, and you can able to see the table structure. We don't have any data right now. So see here also I can just want to see the columns. Okay, now you can see the table headers you can see the table headers, but there is no data right now, so that is the reason you cannot able to see the next rows. So once we will start the class for the insertion of this table, then you can able to see the table structure. Now I'm going to showcase you how you can create your table with the help of query string. Okay, so for this we want to write some queries or some codes. First we will make sure that our database is been selected. Okay, it is okay. Now I'm going to write the code, and you please follow me. See, I'm going to create the table. The syntax will start with create table name. Okay, and the way I have created manually the tables, the similar way I have to write the codes. Okay, query strings. So simply I'm going to write here create table name. I'm giving country already created, so I'm going to give this country 1. Okay, now you follow the instruction. Here what I have done is I have written the syntax. So create table name, then serial number, then the data type is integer type, and as I told you while creating the data table in manually, identity specification, that means the serial number will keep on increasing by 1 by 1. So 1 and 1, and it should not be null. Then after column, that is country ID, and I'm also giving here integer. You can change the data type at any time, there is no issues. Okay, but you have to specify your constraints, whether it will be null or not null. Okay, so follow me how I am doing it. I have completed my code, and I'm going to select the code, and I will click on the execute button to execute my query, and I will see whether this code is executing fine or not. So you can see the code is successfully completed. That means code is working fine. That means our table has been created. So go to your database esoft and you can see TBL country 1 has been created. Okay, so in this way we can create the table inside our database. In the next class I will explain you how you can insert data inside the table. Okay, so thank you for watching Technical Pioneer and see you in the next class. Thank you very much.